Because it's a city issue.
Yeah, I do. So you're on vacation again, huh, Jerry?
Nope, all done now.
Where'd you go?
Aruba.
Oh, come on!
I'm going through the whole
I don't
summer.
think I sent it.
Walk, and I found nothing.
I don't think I sent it.
All I did was find some things
What
that
do
I
you
was
need?
looking to erase.
What if I sent that?
Somebody.
Okay. After. Because I do.
Okay.
Here,
Okay, I'm gonna use my Mickey. And I think everyone's here. Number one, informational meetings. My only comment on that, two actually. One, I just wanted to point out that the one on the 29th is a Tuesday. Memorial Day Monday, we don't meet. We're having that informational on the 29th. I think we set that at our organizational meeting. And the last one, we flip-flopped East Morrisonville and Treadwells, yeah, the town hall. So we ended up here with the 7:30 one.
Right.
That was discussion we had last work session maybe. So Debbie changed that.
Yep.
So make sure everybody has that.
The other one, Bernie, just to bring people's attention, May 14th, no, excuse me. It is the one you mentioned on the 29th. That's at 7:30, coming in, as opposed to 6:30.
Yeah, as I said.
Right,
So we're not meeting at 6:30.
and that's the only one that day.
Yes.
So there's no Yankee game starting at 7:30?
I just want to know. Were you wireless headset? Okay, so just, we'll try to bring that up each time, but the first one will be Monday, May the 14th, starting at Wallace Hill, and then going to Cato, 6:30 and 7:30. We'll go from there. Also, as we discussed earlier, the meeting next Monday is the 5th Monday, so we get a reprieve. No meeting. I did not look back over the draft of minutes. I don't know if anyone else did. If there is anything, please let Deborah know. Before the
Oh,
Friday.
you want to bring up that issue?
I gave it to Ricky already.
Oh,
Yeah. 142, it hasn't been voted no, and I voted yes.
Okay. You got that?
Yeah.
Any change? 140.
Yeah, I should check to see if I voted no on anything. Oh, wait a minute, that's what Jerry wrote. Now I have to vote yes. You have to.
You've got some draft resolutions. The first one on the tandem axle, I'm going to assume she gave you Jim's letter as well.
Yep.
That's all pretty standard operating procedures, as well as the plow equipment. Again, if you see something in the resolution, we went over those again last Friday, but as I've said many times, sometimes you play with them so much you don't see the obvious. The new one is the one I had put in here on the credit card. Actually, I found a couple of changes also that need to be done, text type things. This is something we've spent a lot of time on. I mean, we began looking at this maybe 3 years ago. Result of seeing the amount of time spent, time is money, to process very small vouchers. Paul and Gerard, you see that. I think last abstract there was another one in there for less than $2. They take time. We've looked at this internally. Scott Stoddard was a big help. I asked department heads who would be eligible to have a card to look at it critically. It went through a couple of edits. We also used, I had some information from the comptroller's office. It appears that this is a very viable, cost-efficient way to manage that kind of billing and accounting. The thing they seemed to have concern with was having a policy. We've got a policy. And this really reflects a lot of what's out there, including an agreement to accept a card that the actual department head will be responsible to sign. So look it over. We're ready to move that forward as well.
Can I just go back a second? On the tandem axle policies? On the resolve, it says, it's hereby authorized supervisor to award.
Tom, could you, I'm having trouble here.
It says, on the resolved, on the acceptance of bid for tandem axle plow chassis, it says, does hereby authorize, the resolve says, does hereby authorize the supervisor to award the 2000 tandem axle plow chassis to the bidder? It didn't sound right.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what that is.
And
We'll
if you,
play with that.
if you will notice it, the same thing is in the next one, for the dump body, snow plow equipment. You need to change.
Yep.
We're awarding the contract, but we're not awarding the actual.
Were they the only bidder?
No. They were
But still,
lowest.
they were the low bidder?
Yes.
Yeah, probably should state that too.
Yeah, I have a pretty strong gut feeling that was done. I don't know if the wrong one got grabbed and put out there or not, but that doesn't look familiar to me.
I just
so.
don't like the way they're written. I
I don't either, but I don't think that was the last one I did, and there's a space problem and a couple other things. So we will revisit the language on those. The 3% construction deposit, again, is standard operating. She didn't even do a draft resolution on that one. And the acceptance of bid for tennis courts, we open those, Ricky, this week, I think, don't we? So the plan is that we will have some. As of last week, we didn't have any.
No.
Still don't? The hope is that we will have some bids, we'll open them, we'll have a low bid, and we'll be able to act on it. I believe Mel is kind of anxious to go forward with that, so that's just a heads up.
Bernie, I have a draft resolution on return of hospice deposit.
I do too, and it just wasn't on top.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that.
Yep.
you were- Okay.
I guess she didn't. I'll have to look that over. And again, I'll look that over before the final one gets out, but please do the same. All right. I'm going to look for a motion to go into an executive session to discuss the proposed acquisition, sale, lease of real property. Tom, do we have a second?
Second.
Marty, any discussion? All in favor indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We'll go into executive session at 6:35 by my Mickey. And then we will come out.
You want me to stay or do you want?
Don't need you for me. Take a nap.
See you tomorrow then.
Sounds like a good plan.
Okay. Thank you.
The boys had the plows out last night.
Yeah. I know, I woke up.
For an inch?
No, don't forget to vote tomorrow. Are you voting in a new place?
Yes, I am.
Good. So are we.
Almost everybody.
All 5 people that'll come probably.
Yeah, well. It gives your team a chance.
And, of course, they have a casino and they have water. Because they ship all over the world.
Guess who I think that is?
They have the most beautiful paths along the lake. One of the things you drive cars on if you wanted to go along, and there's a
Oh, yeah,
all
somebody
along,
came
and
up
then
and-
you could have fish and chips, and then you go.
One person's in the car with the dog, and the other person comes in and do something, and the other person takes the dog,
Yeah.
so the dog.
Well, the concept here is to try to draw people.
I love it.
voting around.
I need a motion to come out of executive
Well-
session.
So moved.
Mr. Renda, second.
Second.
Mr. Mannix, any discussion? Roll call, all in favor indicate by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries, the time is 7:08.
Mr. Wood was not here.
Mr. Wood was absent, I'm sorry, I didn't even look up. Sufficient still to carry the motion. I don't have any other business for this evening, if no one else does. I'm going to adjourn us at 7:09. We'll look out for either a snow or a drought or a
Yeah, there's
tornado.
Oh, or voting.
Whatever happens.
You'll have all your 5 people here to vote tomorrow. I mean, what a waste of money, huh? I hate to say it, but what a waste of money.
Well, having to do 3 separate
It is a waste of money.
primaries,
Well, are we still doing 3 primaries, or are there only 2 now?
I think there are only 2 now.
Good.
that's gonna be a pain. 'Cause that's,
I don't know if they're doing one in June, or if they're doing it in September.
no, the June primary. What's that? Yeah, maybe next time. The federal primary.
Yeah, that's right. And I
the
think the state
petitions-
is gonna be,
The petitions for that were due back